Come on in. I'm a little late, but hey, stuff is getting done, and it's just been a wild morning. You ever have one of those mornings? Let me get my shirt all straightened out. I have this shirt in black and in red, and I love this shirt, and I wore the black one yesterday. So, anyway, y'all get on in here. It is Friday, October 31st. And I want you all to be safe. So, y'all, stay at home. Have some fun at home. You can do it. You can do it. So, God gets all the glory. I've been praying a lot in the last few days, praying a lot for whatever God has planned for all of us. And I've been praying over our government. People are hurting, y'all, and it's just breaks my heart. So I've been praying for the Christians in Nigeria. So we've just got to be in a lot of prayer because evil is all around, especially today. So y'all, let me finish. Now let's get some people in here. It's Friday. It's clean out your car day. And if you hadn't cleaned out your refrigerator, clean it out. I have Justin's going to come by and pick up trash and things. And guess what? I'm going to clean out my refrigerator early for next week because I just want to. I just want to. We did a good grocery shopping run on Tuesday. And I just need to get some things out of there. Now, you want to know how to clean out your refrigerator? You start with a sink full of hot soapy water. That's the cure for everything. It makes everything easier. So, y'all, let's get it done. And it is grab a tool day. Right now, I want you to clean out your purse and empty your trash. Let's get that done. And clean out your purse and empty your trash. And I'll be filling in the circles with red today. This is our little tool game, but I'm going to be answering this question I held back from yesterday. So let's see. We got a few people here. Give us a thumbs up. Share our video with people. It really helps to get the word out. I don't know what's going on with the internet right now. It is, I believe that AI is sucking up all the bandwidth. That's what I think. And I think AI is a big mistake. But God can take what was meant for our harm and turn it into good. And I know that God is going to do that. So y'all, we're going to keep moving right along. I'm going to use my timer. And we're cleaning out our purse. I'm going to set it for 3 minutes. And when it goes off, we'll go to something else. Anyway, my grocery bill keeps creeping up. How can routines help me stop overspending on food and takeout? Why do you do takeout? Because you don't want to cook. Why do you not want to cook? Because your kitchen's a mess. And why is it a mess? The last time you cooked, you got in a hurry. I can follow this avalanche all the way back to the beginning if you want to. You didn't plan your meals to have the food in the house to feed your family. You didn't do any of that. And if you will now our habit for November is menu planning. It doesn't get any better than that. You're going to plan your meals. You're going to try to eat out of your freezer and your refrigerator and your pantry this month because the money you can save on food can help pay el- pay electric bills. I mean, we had a flybaby in the chat yesterday. She got a $1,400 electric bill. Can you? I can't even imagine that. Can't even imagine. So when we plan our meals, when we plan for leftovers, when we plan for lunches, when we plan for breakfast, y'all, it's amazing. It is amazing how much money you can save. And feed your family well. And feed your family well. Somebody uses the term cost cooking. Cook once, serve twice. I love that. That's beautiful. Cook once, serve twice. Earlier this week, I cooked a box of elbow macaroni. We had chili the night before. I cooked this box of elbow macaroni and and put it in the refrigerator. We had it we had chili mac one night after we had cooked so I've cooked chili once, I cooked macaroni once, and I still have enough macaroni to make some macaroni and cheese. So folks, y'all please take some time today to plan your meals. You can plan them for a whole month. You come up with a basic weekly plan. Your routines are going to save you money. She wanted to know, how can routines help me stop overspending? Well, you clean your refrigerator out. My granny always said, if you throw food in the trash or outside to the chickens, wherever you throw food, you are throwing away money. And Lord knows we don't need to be doing that. What zone are we on, please? We're in zone 5. No, yeah, we're in zone 5 this week. And zone 1 starts tomorrow, and it'll be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for zone 1. And then we're going to jump right into zone 2. So we're going to get it done. Thanksgiving is on the 27th of November. We're going to spend November menu planning and saving money. Don't you want to save money? I mean, I'm still in shock over a $1,400 electric bill. Ours is about $150, winter and summer. Cash in the trash. Yeah, that's when you throw food away. Plan for your leftovers. Know what you're going to have. I have got leftover pork pot roast that I'm going to turn into barbecue. And we're going to have barbecue sandwiches tonight. We had pizza last night because I don't want to go out today. We're going to make some baked beans and some potato salad. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to put my potatoes on to boil, and I'm going to make a small amount of potato salad. It's not going to be a party size amount. I'm going to cook about 5 red potatoes and turn it in, and some eggs, and turn it into potato salad. It'll make it feel summertime around here. But your routines. Wednesday, we clean out our refrigerators. Well, it's Friday, and you hadn't done it yet, so let's get it done. Tuesdays, we plan our meals. We look at what we've got in our refrigerators that needs to be used up, and that becomes another meal. Cook once, eat twice. So you can have, people are putting in ideas. Trisha's putting in ideas for different types of basic weekly plan to your meal planning. Mexican, Indian, Southern, Chinese, just lots of different things. It's just that simple. It really is. And there are other ways. You can have meatless Monday. You can have ground beef on Tuesday. You can have a casserole on Thursday, or soup and sandwiches. See how it works? You just have a theme for it. Now, there's lots of casserole recipes. There's lots of fun things you can do. Did my timer go off and I miss it? Okay, it did. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our feather duster and we're going to dust our house. We're going to dust like crazy. Let's get it done. And I'm setting the timer for 3 minutes. I think I had the timer sitting. Now it's going. Now it's going. But we can come up with our own calendar of meals, y'all. You just got to have some post-it notes. Post-it notes. And you can take 7 of them, and it's going to set up your basic weekly plan at the beginning of the month, which tomorrow is the first day of November. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Robert had that horrible accident where the devil tried to kill him at the end of February. Here it is, the last day of October. So that's been 10 months ago. 10, I think. Let's see. February to March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's 8 months since that accident. It wasn't Robert's accident. He didn't cause it. So, y'all, routines can help you save money by knowing what's in your refrigerator, by having a grocery list. To help you have food in the house. Now, when you have a stocked pantry, you can cook for weeks and weeks with a stocked pantry. And I only buy what I use out of my pantry. That's how I keep up with my pantry being restocked. I usually have 2 items of things in my pantry, like 2 items, 2 quarts of mayonnaise. I've got 2 quarts. I put 1 in my refrigerator because I've used all of it up out of my refrigerator, and I put 1 on the grocery list. It's just that simple. As you use it up, you put it back. And that amazing system of having a pantry and filling your pantry and keeping it full. Yesterday, I made a quote. See, I can quote myself because all I got to do is come up with a sentence. But be ready. No, get ready. Stay ready. That's what keeping your pantry stocked does. Stay ready so you can always be ready for whatever comes your way. We don't know what's coming. But I've been stuck in this house for a week last year with Hurricane Helene that hit us. Somebody just bought 4. Here we got the timer going. I'm going to put it on vibrate. We've done our dusting. Next, let me mark that off of our little circle. Now we're going to get our carpet sweeper, and we're going to just the middles. You can use a vacuum cleaner, you can use a broom, you can use a carpet sweeper. And let's get just the middles done while you listen to me. Start. Okay, it's not. My timer's quit working. Maybe I was putting it down too fast. It might need a new battery because I think it still has the original battery in it. But your routines are going to keep food in your house, and it's going to keep you from wasting food, not being a good steward of what you're doing. Thanks, Trisha, for reminding me to put that up. So, folks, we can do this. We really can. Now, commit to keeping your sink clean and shiny. That's a routine. Our shiny sink helps us to go into our kitchen and not be attacked by mystery water, things floating on top of this dishwater, and dirty dishes. Emptying your dishwasher. That is another part of our habits that we string into routines. Empty your dishwasher. And then you've always got a dirty dish disposal unit. Change the name of it. It's a dirty dish disposal unit. DDU, dirty dish, DDD, dirty dish disposal unit. DDDU. Isn't that funny? And you have this wonderful, wonderful way because the habits that you're stringing into routines keep your kitchen clean. Yesterday, I was on a tear in my kitchen. I wasn't tearing things out, but I was moving things around. I took my big crock pot that I cooked the pork roast in and put it back where it belongs, underneath my kitchen sink. It's the only place big enough for it. And put it back right there. Okay, folks. My son just got here, I think. Yep. And I haven't seen him in a week. Or it's Jimmy. I don't know which. They're the same age. They're a week apart in age. That looks like Justin's coat. Anyway, next thing we got to do is mop. We're mopping. We're mopping. So grab your mop, get your kitchen floors mopped. But all of our habits strung into routines get things done. It gets things done. So planning your grocery list, check your pantry. If you haven't written down the things you've used this week cooking, then write them down. Look and see what you need. In our control journal that we sell, we have a grocery list in there that sort of helps you it helps it be a guide for you on what to buy at the grocery store. You put it in a sheet protector and you can underline things, or you can highlight things, or you can make a copy of it and laminate it so you can highlight things. So she wants help to stop overspending. I shop the sale papers of my local grocery store. It's online. It doesn't come in the mail anymore, but it's online. And it helps me to, if ice cream's on sale, we buy it. It's usually $10 a gallon. I guess it's a gallon. I don't know. It might just be a half a gallon. I don't know, but it's down to $6. So we'll buy 2 of them. Okay. Help me stop overspending. Takeout is the most expensive thing you can buy, and especially if you DoorDash. You don't even realize how much you're spending. But guess what? Whatever you buy when you go to fast food or whatever, you can make, and I'm living proof of it. We love a Philly steak sandwich. Do you know how you make a Philly steak and cheese sandwich? You cut up a steak, half frozen, into very thin pieces and stir them around. And you have peppers and onions that you caramelize, and then you add that to your beef, and you put some provolone cheese on top or some cheese whiz. That's what they do in Philadelphia. But I'm not going to eat cheese whiz. But y'all, you can make your own Philly steak sandwich. You can make your own hamburger. You can make your own hot dogs. You can do it. And keep a diary. Just write it on your calendar. We got a calendar that's big enough to hold all of this. But write what you cook on your calendar or what you take out with. But I can make Mexican as good as they do at the Mexican place. We just like to get out every once in a while. That's about the only place we go eat. And when it comes to Fujiyama, which is one of our other favorite places to eat, it's steamed rice and vegetables and shrimp or something in a teriyaki sauce. I can do all of that at home. We haven't been to Fujiyama in probably 2 years. I don't know why. We just started cooking. Now, I saved one question from yesterday to talk about because menu planning and cooking out of our pantries, our refrigerators, and our freezer is what our habit is this next month. Menu planning mainly. But if you're taking out food, you're spending a lot of money. And if you're tipping, you're spending 25% extra. So y'all keep in mind, you have to plan to be able to do this. Utilize what you've got. Take inventory of what's in your freezer. That'll help you more than anything. I remember, and I've told you this story many times, but we got a lot of new people. My niece, Joy, who was married to my nephew, Benjamin, and she went on with her life after he went into prison 10 years ago. And she has a little 7-8-year-old little girl. But a couple of Christmases ago, she said she didn't have the money to feed her family. And I said, okay, Joy, you want me to help you? And she said, yeah. And I said, oh, you want me to give you some advice? And she said, yes. And I said, go take an inventory of everything you have in your freezer and your refrigerator that needs to be cooked. And then take an inventory of the dry goods that you have in your pantry or your cabinets. And she had a little pantry set aside. And she did. And I said, now I want you to look at all those things that you have and plan meals around what you have in your refrigerator. I want you to know that smart young woman, she runs a Jimmy John's in downtown Nashville. She has a tough job, but she has the tools that she needs. She has a crock pot, she has a stove, she has an air fryer, and she can cook. And she can cook well too. She's a Southern girl and she can cook. And she took those items that she has in her pantry and she took them and turned it into 3 weeks worth of meals. 3 weeks worth of meals. That's amazing. And now she took inventory of her staples. She had cornmeal, she had flour, she had self-rising flour. She had all the things that she needed to be able to make a chicken pot pie. All these things. And they don't take long to throw together when she got home from work. Because she goes to work early in the morning, early, because she gets the bread going and all that stuff. She gets home, picks up the kid at school, and comes home, and she is ready to roll. She's had stuff cooking in her crock pot, and it's just been, she's learned a lot. She's learned a lot. Anyway, y'all, let's do an inventory and plan your meals around what you have and get it on your calendar with post-it notes to be able to move them down if you're doing the same thing every week. But you don't have to do the same thing. You can have 5 weeks worth of menus and only repeat pizza. You can. I've got several essays on potatoes. Justin's Granny Elizabeth used to figure out what potato she was cooking. Okay, y'all, let's get another thing going. Let's grab your mop. We've done the carpet sweeper. Let's grab our mops and let's mop our kitchen. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, mop the kitchen. Mop the kitchen. Because with your habits that you're establishing, they all fit together to make getting in your kitchen and cooking an easy thing. An easy thing to do. And right now, we are 4 weeks away from Thanksgiving. In fact, in 4 weeks, it will be Black Friday, and Thanksgiving will be over with. So, plan your meals so you can have the funds you need to pay that electric bill or to do some Christmas shopping. But we're going to have most of it done because the money you save menu planning is going to be right there available for you to utilize for Christmas shopping. You can do this. You can really do this. Y'all, somebody is outside my door and I don't know who it is, but Robert's out there with them. Okay. What are you cooking to save money? You can cook. Sometimes we need to learn how to do the basics. One time I was at a conference. I don't know where we were. I think we were in Virginia. And Andrew Pudawa, who creates curriculum for homeschoolers, he came up to me and wanted to know what we did. And he said, would you do something for me? And I said, yeah, my daughter-in-law loved Andrew Pudawa's curriculum. So I took a picture and sent it to her. We were sitting waiting to go in to do a speech. And he said, these young people have never been taught how to cook. They don't know how to make a pot of rice. Y'all, I didn't know till this year. That rice needed to be washed, rinsed until the water ran clear. And this little Vietnamese lady that I like to watch, I think her handle is Foodie or something. But she has 3 kids and a husband and a mother-in-law that lives with them sometimes, and her mother lives with them sometimes. Anyway, they come to visit a lot. And she taught me that it needs to be rinsed. That gets the starch out of it and makes it all stick together. I didn't know that. But here's the recipe for rice. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Bring the water to the bowl, throw the rice in, bring it back to a bowl, and turn it all the way down as low as you can get it. And cook it for 20 minutes. Now, if you have a rice cooker, it'll do it all for you, but I don't need another appliance. I got a pot, and that pot works, and it works well. So, y'all, learn how to cook. Learn how to cook pinto beans. You know what you can do with pinto beans? You can put a little piece of ham in it, a ham hock or whatever. I'm Southern, y'all. And you can follow the direction on the bean package. You got to rinse the beans. You got to get the little rocks out of the beans. You got to rinse them and make sure they're all good and not any bad beans in it, because they're sort of dark colored and broken. And put on a pot of beans. You can let them soak overnight, or you can do the quick cook method where you put them in a pot, you bring them to a boil, and you let them boil. I don't know the amount of time that you let them boil, and you let them sit for an hour, and then After you've let them boil for a while, let them sit for an hour, and then you cook them on low. I didn't know it either, Missy. I didn't know it either. But rice needs to be washed. Who knew? Unless you want it to be sticky rice to make sushi. But y'all, I don't eat any raw sushi. I like sushi, but I like the cooked stuff, and I like the vegetable stuff, the California rolls, that sort of thing. So, folks, let's keep it going. My timer's not working. So grab your purple rag and let's get after those windows. It's, we've had several days of rain and our windows look terrible. So I'm going to get after those as soon as I get in here. I might even make a video. Who knows? Anyway, let's get those rags and get the doors wiped down, the doorknobs wiped down, the light switches wiped down. And get in the habit, y'all, of washing your hands when you come home. Get the kids in the habit of washing their hands when they come home, because this is going to keep bad colds down. And these bad colds can run through your house, and stomach virus can run through your house. So folks, don't get caught not wiping down your doorknobs and light switches. Even your remote controls on your television, your phone. I wipe my phone down every night. But let's get back to these habits. These daily habits: emptying your dishwasher, starting with a sink full of hot soapy water every time you go in your kitchen. You'd be surprised what you can get cleaned up. You really will. Somebody's talking about making Mexican rice every week. Well, you can cook a big pot of rice and keep it in your refrigerator to utilize for rice with steak and gravy, or turn it into Mexican rice or whatever. Shrimp fried rice. You can do lots of things with a bowl of rice that you can utilize during the week. Same way with the macaroni. You can do that. Yeah, soaking beans, it just cuts back on the time. I utilize my crock pot for cooking beans. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And I made a big pot of gravy the other night from the pork roast that I made. That would be great stock for my beans. And you can turn those pinto beans, you can mash them up. Oh, I love talking about cooking. You can mash those pinto beans up and make refried beans, cover them with cheese. Always good. You can take black beans and do the same thing and make a wonderful black bean dip for the kids they'll eat anything if they can dip it in something. Yeah. You'd be surprised what you get your kids to eat if you've got a dip. Even if it's a black bean. I call it Mississippi mud. I grew up with gumbo mud on the Mississippi River. Anyway, you can make pinto bean fritters. You can put a little breadcrumbs in them and an egg and turn them into little potato pancake type things and sear them around, or put them in the air fryer, or put them in the oven. I don't know what's running through Julie's house. She says, it ain't running through my house. She's talking about, I know what she's talking about. Stomach virus. Yeah, that's not fun. People in Alabama have had bad colds all week and didn't want to get everybody. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and the deadly pestilence. That's my Johnny Appleseed of scripture. That's what Julie does for us. Okay, y'all. Next thing we're going to do is going to grab your Rubba Scrubba, and we are going to wipe out the thresholds, reach up and grab a cobweb from outside your front door and clean your front door threshold. We had a wasp come in our house last night. It was the strangest thing, y'all. The strangest thing. Okay, let's talk about some more habits that get out of the habit of ordering food. You can cook if something costs you, if you've got a family of 4, it could cost you $90 for takeout. I'm not kidding. For Robert and I, sometimes it's $40. If we go to Bojangles and get pick, chicken, I can cook it at home for nothing, practically. Uh, about $5 for a pack of chicken thighs, and I can make some mashed potatoes and some gravy. And we like slaw. Or you can make some with a little sausage. You can turn it into Cajun rice. So grab your Rubba Scrubba, clean your thresholds, and let's get it done. Grab your multi-one at the same time. That way you can get the cobwebs easier. I had a cobweb in my kitchen, y'all, that I saw last night. And there it was, and I didn't have anything to grab it. So you know what I did? I threw my dish rag at it. Make it fun. It'll get done. It'll get done. So y'all, we've taken this question and turned it into a full-blown show. And your habits will change the way you look at your kitchen. Once a week, once a month when we're in our kitchen which is next week, we're going to do that. When we're in our kitchen, you can clean off those counters and get things looking good. Get them looking good. Yeah. Susan Flybaby says, always look up. Well, the light hit it just right last night, and I saw it. Well, you're making me hungry, making chili, and I want cornbread and beans. And now but you could get the cornbread. You can cook the beans and get the cornbread going. You can have that tomorrow. And you've already done it. All you got to do is heat it up. That's the beauty of having, and you know where it is in your refrigerator. And I love Granny Elizabeth, Justin's Granny Elizabeth. She taught me how to figure out what potato you're having, then put meat with it. We always had meat and potatoes. That's what we had. I'm glad y'all are using your timer because mine's not working. Let me check the back of the thing. Well, it doesn't have the original. It's got a different battery in it. My remote control on my side of the bed quit working, and Robert said it had gotten a little corrosion on it. So sometimes you just have to check your batteries. The time is changing this weekend too, y'all. So get you some batteries for your smoke alarms. Get you some new toothbrushes, and just be ready. Just be ready. So y'all, we've gotten everything done. Trash is taken out. It's all good. Okay. Y'all, there's my timer on my phone to remind me I don't know what it reminds me. It just goes off at 45 minutes after the hour. Yes, daylight savings times begins this weekend. Get you some new toothbrushes. I always have a supply of them. Smoke alarm batteries. It's all good. And be ready. Turn your clock back. And you can turn your clock back tonight and get the little kids ready for the time change. I wish we didn't do this. I really do. I would love it just to be, because Robert and I were thinking last night when we were coming back from getting pizza, that how's the sun going to be? Is it going to be in our eyes when we're coming home? And we don't know. We won't know till next Friday. Anyway, y'all, I love you. You be good, kind, and sweet. Dear Father in heaven, please be with my fly babies all over the world and the innocent children. Protect them from evil tonight. Keep them safe in your arms, Lord. Help them. Help them to be protected. Let your angels be around them, Lord. Keep them from evil. All these things we ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen and amen. Well, y'all, the new habit starting tomorrow is menu planning and using up what you have to save you money. Save you money. It's going to be fun. You make it a game. You make it a game. Make a list of all the things you cook with chicken. Make a list of all the things you cook with beef. Make a list of all the things you cook with pork. And just move it around. If you want to get sucked into YouTube in a good way, you can just put beef casseroles, chicken casseroles, and just start making a list of things. Y'all, you can save money, but most of the time it's only with your grocery bill. Quit eating out. Start cooking. Knowing what's in your food is the most important thing. Quit buying prepackaged things at the grocery store. Make it from scratch. Make it from scratch. Get you a cookbook, the Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, the red one. I don't know where it is. I have one here somewhere. Maybe in my kitchen. It's got everything you need. Everything you need to know about cooking. But YouTube teaches you things too. I got a whole section of teaching you how to cook. And they're short videos. They're not 30 minutes long. They're voiceovers. I took pictures and did voiceovers. And you can start cooking your Thanksgiving dinner today. Today. I saw Dano cook some green beans yesterday. I saw a video. He cooked some green beans. And they look so good. They're real close to the way I cook them, except I put a cup of white wine in mine and cook them down to nothing. Cook them down to nothing. That's a great idea. Tricia says you can take a screenshot of the recipes and put it in a folder. Screenshots are fine things. People tell you, stop my video and take a screenshot of the recipe. And I make the recipe big so you can do that. Anyway, I love y'all. Be good, kind, and sweet. And help somebody when you see a need. Love yourself. Help others. And let that joy that's in your heart show the world who you are, a child of the Most High, the only living God in the cosmos. I'll see you later.